So I was like, man, where am I gonna get started? And I started Google searching stuff like anybody does when they're trying to get into something. And I came across, I eventually ended up downloading a couple different free character icons off of sketchy websites off the internet, some random stuff, and I ended up working with those. But eventually I came across a website called Artbreeder. Let's go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and go there. Artbreeder. This is where eventually I came across, and this is like, because I downloaded a pack of portraits that looked pretty decent, and I was like, oh, cool. And like in the description, they said they were using Artbreeder, so I was like, maybe I can make some custom stuff at all. Yeah, and so basically I came to this website and I was like, yeah, okay, let's do it. And basically, oh yeah, you can go through, there's filters, all sorts of things you can mess with. Dope AF. So I ended up, I'm gonna go ahead and do that for the sake of everything. But yeah, I came here and I was like, yeah, this is cool. Whoa, what am I looking at? What is this? Oh, wow. So basically, when I first started, I had no idea what I was doing. I was like clicking stuff. I was like, what? What did I just do? You know, I was like trying to hit buttons. Well, it's like trying to figure out what this check mark does. You know, that I found out saves a creation. So that's usually something you do after you like get a portrait and you're like, oh, let's mess with the filters a little bit. Oh, it's too Super Saiyan. Actually, let's make it Super Saiyan. All right, if we can. Let's see. Let's get some blue in there. God, I wish I could get her eyes blue. Oops. Messing with too much hair. Blue eyes. Ooh. How Super Saiyan can we get? That's about as Super Saiyan as I'm gonna go. But anyways, I found out it's all about, so I was like saving for a couple of different portraits, and then you could splice them. So this is a splicer, and I was like, okay, so now I'm like combining photos, right? So then you're playing with a bunch of filters and combining photos. So this ultimately can become an endless spiral of adjustments, and you can get an endless loop of just making different photos. So I've had a blast doing this. Personally, I've made quite dozens. I don't know how many. I wouldn't, maybe 100 creations, but you know, the ones that come out is like unique portraits for me is not as many, because I do a lot of these where you're collecting faces and then you're collecting styles, different styles, and then you're collecting different styles and faces, and then trying to combine it with other things to try to make something more unique. Or you start slowly getting into like a certain style you want them to look like, or certain like tweaks and adjustments. This one was like an example. I was showing a buddy of mine. I started with this one, and I combined it and just tweaked it until it ultimately became that one. Let's go ahead and give her one more history, and that turned out, luckily, fantastic. I like that one a lot. So it's kind of cool. So this is a splicer, and then you can click the little X here and exit out of the splicer. That'll take you to the kind of the history page of the portrait itself. I got a little dot there. That's gonna bug me, but that's okay. It's kind of not very super noticeable. Yeah, that was a sweet find. But from here, you can right click on any one of these and save these as a portrait, right? You don't actually have to do this pricing. I went ahead and made the mistake. I didn't realize it until afterwards that I didn't need these image uploads, these high-res downloads. I did not. That's something that I did not need. I got super excited about it, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do tons of stuff all the time, and I'm gonna need all these high-res downloads. No, that wasn't really particularly the case for me personally. I could have gone with this. That would have been sweet, but ultimately this would have been just fine. Going the free route, perfectly fine, because when I first got into this, I didn't know you could just kind of just right click and save portraits if you wanted to. That's something that I was not very keen on when I first started. So I went ahead and subscribed myself, which is nice, because there's a lot of different things that I enjoy with this. Like some of these I really like the high res for, some of these science bio splices, and also there's a variety of different, landscapes. I've been doing some of these are really nice to have high res in, so that's kind of cool. What else do I have? Do I have anything else? Oh yeah, I got a couple of animes. I was messing with this is kind of fun. I'm not very good at these anime ones. I really actually just better at these portrait ones, honestly. Like, I tried those anime ones. I was like, yeah, I don't know. I can't get it. I can't get it right. Where was I? Oh yes, I gotta go to my creations, created portraits. Where is that? Where was that portrait I just made? Didn't I just make one? Oh, there she is. Oh, these are the downloaded. I gotta figure out how to unlock that. Or like, not keep that, or get, I don't know. That's weird. Did we do this yet? Nope, I just talked about doing it. There, we got our first portrait here. That's nice. She's gonna be fine, as a character. That's fine. But yeah, you can just go as deep as you like. You can take that one and be like, okay, now I'm gonna go ahead, and these are trending ones, so these are currently people have been using quite frequently lately, I suppose. You can do created. Oh, random is a good one. This one's a good one to just make something new. She already looks a little too similar to what I got, so let's not pick her. Hoo. I kind of like the blend already. Let's go ahead and save that. You can go as slow and as fast as you want. You can bust out a dozen of these. You can take your time and get one portrait and go through as many alterations as you like, depending on how deep you want to get into it. Each portrait. Really, I kind of like that, but more of a solid color. I think give it a little bit more definite. No, that's too. No, not. I'm gonna mix the other one. Ooh, kind of a red color. I like that. It gives her a little sci-fi vibe there. Right? Oh wait. And then we're gonna click the X. So we just got her out of that. That was a sweet deal. And then from her we made these two. So I liked that one a lot too. The color. So, you know, like for me, it's personally easiest to go style and a face when I'm doing the combining, like one way or the other. I guess I can kind of show you just a little bit. No, it's just way too similar. Oh my gosh, I gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop clicking the ones that are like super similar, because really you want something that's like a contrast. Alright, so by one way, okay, so I like her face. I do this sometimes, yeah, this helps me out. Just her face and her style. God, she almost looks like Mila Kunis. I'm just kidding. or this style, but her face. I kind of like both of those, but we can use either of these for now new references, or I mean new parents. I mean not references, new parents. But yeah, I kind of like making a variety of parents with the same face sometimes, and then it helps you. It'll help you splice portraits later on. Oh, let's get back to that style. Ooh, reset. Let's get back to that style. This one's gonna be harder to mess with the hair a little bit because the colors are so deep. But we can mess with that too with filters. I actually kind of like that silver hair. Oh, too much. Oh, we're on negative blonde. Oh, we're on blonde. Yeah. Negative black. Is that a little bit too much? It's hard to get it right where you want it sometimes because it's a slider. That's not too big of a deal. That almost looks too much like the background, so that's a potential to cause issue. So we're gonna get ahead and make this a little darker. Try to get the hair a little bit. Well, I tried with that anyways. You can see sometimes you end up wasting a lot of time on a portrait and not getting very far. That can happen if you dilly-dally a little bit too much on a portrait. So really, personally, I found that it's a lot better to try to be happy, or try to just I don't know, do something like this is one of the instances where I would like a similar portrait because I want the colors the same, but I just need some definition in the actual portrait. So like this one has a lot of definition, not so much. So we're gonna go ahead and try to combine the styles here. Now that is as close to what I'm looking for. I just need the background of that. Can't have it too dark. There we go. Gonna go ahead and stop there. I get deep. I get too deep in this sometimes, you know. Let me just bust a couple out real fast. I'm just dilly-dallying way too hard. Holy crap. That is terrifying. What is this? No thanks. That was terrifying to look at. Oh my god. I gotta get out of there. Splicer. Alrighty, so I went ahead, fast forwarded time. Gone ahead, made a couple of these portraits. Actually got a little bit too deep into it. I made a little bit too many portraits, got a little sidetracked. I made a couple of zombies. I've been working on some zombies lately, but either way, now we are ready to get our custom portraits into the mod folder. Well, almost ready. Right now these are JPEGs, so they're not quite ready to go yet. We want PNGs for the sake of the game. The game uses PNGs, so we're gonna go ahead and convert our files into PNG. I'm gonna go ahead and do this here because I have this convert file extension. You can install this on your Google Chrome. I just Googled it, and then Google Chrome was like, hey, get this extension, and I was like, oh, okay, sure, I'll do that, and that seems to have been working out pretty well so far, so I kind of like that being there. You can have that not be there, you know, but either way, we're gonna go ahead and convert the file here. Drag files here. Oh, fantastic. Let's do it. Let's make PNGs next. Alright. Loads all the files. There they are. You can scroll down, look at them. Sure, convert files. I can make this bigger, I guess. Ugh, I gotta get away from that. I should just stay on one of these. Alright, files converted, hooray. Downloads. Okay, that was nice. I go back into the downloads folder, so I have made this JPEG folder, so to keep all my JPEGs in here. I like to do that. It helps me keep track of like the faces I've used, converted and stuff, and what I'm doing in this download folder that downloads stuff all the time, so went ahead and made myself a PNG folder for the ones we have just downloaded. So now we have a set of these. They're the same character portraits, just different types, right? Alright. Now they're ready to go into the games, right? We just got to rename them and have them register as pieces of the game to load, and then it's all dandy from there. This is optional. Like really, the in-game portraits have these backdrops edited out. I'm personally not particularly that good at photo editing software programs. I never paid attention to those during class, so I never really got good at those. I should have spent a little bit more time in it. I'm regretting it now, but you don't have to. There's these like little fun things. I was talking to my buddy, and he recommended another online application for me to use. I was talking about editing some backdrops out of the PNGs and stuff, and and he's a lot more artistic than me, and he's more familiar with this kind of stuff. So I definitely took up on his advice on that. And so he recommended this retoucher, and this retoucher is pretty sweet so far. I haven't really used it too much, but I've used it a little bit, and it works pretty decently well for a lot of this stuff that I'm doing, especially these portraits. It saves a potential a lot of time. So really, I'm gonna go ahead and pick these portraits that got a clone here. Pick out some of these portraits that I feel like would work really well with the algorithm it uses to remove the backgrounds. Gonna go ahead and do those. I'm pretty sure that one's not gonna work well. It'll take some of her hair out. Same with that one too, like that. And there's shades that are just really similar right there. Really, that's what we're trying to avoid in making the portraits, because of this retoucher thing. But again, you can I don't know, some people are pretty savvy with those kinds of programs. You can probably pick it up, call it a day. Me personally, I'm gonna do it the lazy and kind of not really super, like, I don't know how to explain that. I don't know, not really like super detailed in the time. Oh my goodness gracious. Screw it, I'm just uploading them all, and then whatever doesn't work, it won't work. Oof, that was bad. See, yeah, some of these zombie ones will be pretty bad, probably. A lot of dark colors in there. Same with these silver-haired characters, white-haired characters, and white backdrops, things like that. Something you want to pay attention to. If you're going to use retoucher, that is, you could probably easily pick up like a Photoshop or similar program to just edit it out yourself. But this, I feel like, saves a whole lot of time in the process of doing each individual portrait's edit, because this can do a lot of the ones that you don't need to necessarily mess with too much for you. Like, that one's not bad at all. Like, the little blue there, whatever. I could get into that, like, edit that tiny section, but a lot of these look actually pretty okay. Some of this blue's kind of funky, but I think it's okay. Some of these zombies definitely didn't go through well. She could probably make it. That's a nice little zombie. Just this kind of like little area there. Ooh, this one almost worked really good. I really like this one. She's a good zombie. Anyways, probably gonna go ahead and discard most of these zombies and mess with these later. But these came out beautiful. A lot of these came out beautifully. I'll keep the one. She can stay. She can stay. Not staying. And later I'll have to pay attention to which ones these are. This one might be salvageable. You can do things like edit. I really don't do too. Oh crap! I don't do this stuff too much. Oh, I didn't mean to download that, but I did. Anyway, yeah, like, this is a really good option. I accidentally downloaded that one. The free edition, you can only download 3 images a day, so this I haven't played too much with, but this one, I would probably recommend getting this one's definitely worth a subscription for, because I'm looking at this here, and I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So 19 of these portraits, about 19 of these portraits, I did not have to really do that much work for. So that's 19. That could be, you know, that could be part of my 50 images a day. 19 out of 50. Yeah, that's a good chunk. Basically, I capped out, so I'm not gonna mess with those. But yeah, this one looks really good. These look good. Like, oh, some of these look so good for the game. They would look great for the game anyway. I guess I get to eyeball that one. I accidentally downloaded this one. That's a bummer. But anyways, moving on to the next step. We got our PNGs, editing the backdrops, if you would like to. That's up to entirely. I'm not gonna tell you how you're gonna mod your game. I mean, I'm just, I don't know, I guess basic tutorial. Trying it out. I normally don't do video content, so I normally don't do any of this kind of stuff. So, it's also a whole lot of firsts for me, going through this. Alright, next step, we gotta go to Astrox. I have it pinned here, but yeah, we've been through here, the mod. The faces. Now the game will register these PNGs faces as pilots, and they are named female underscore number, right? Or male underscore number. And I got up to 30 for the males, up to dozen, 13. Baker's dozen for the females, right? So we're gonna go ahead and we have a couple options here, because like the males go up to 30, so clearly you can just kind of add more to that number. So we can add additional ones, or we can flat out just replace them, whichever you feel like doing. Oh, I'm actually gonna put that zombie in there, so if I can spell right. So really, I'm gonna just start replacing these, right? There's a variety of different ways to, well, all my front ones are gonna be zombies. I'm gonna go ahead and do these one at a time. I'm sure there's a different ways to rename mass amounts of files. I'm not too familiar with that. I've never really done stuff like this before. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it the old-fashioned way. You know, the way you do when you don't know the knows of all the good stuffs in the editing software business. Anyway. Let's go ahead and just get the default number of these characters. Oh, whoops. If I can type the default number, what number am I on? 10, 11. And one more. 13. So that's enough to just replace all the females in the game here. And we're just gonna do that. Boom. So now we got the default game dudes and these custom a couple of zombies, and these pretty ladies here, these fantasy sci-fi characters, right? Still got a couple of portraits left. Gotta go ahead and kind of just add a couple that I like, I suppose, you know. If I could count right. Can't do any of this stuff right. It's been a hard struggle for me, doing this and trying to multitask at the same time, because that's like, again, yeah, that's just not, that's not my forte. It's something I'm not that great at. Alright. Oh, she's pretty too. Well, at least she's wearing makeup anyway. It looks alright. I don't know if capital matters. It probably doesn't. I just like it looking nice. So we got. Where's my 14 gun? Alright, I'll leave that. Like these, I'll leave those for now. So I just moved these over. Really, I should have copied them so that I would have like a. Nah, I don't mind that because I have a copy of them here. I can always reconvert them. So that is sweet. Now we're gonna go ahead and go into the game and check it out. I'm gonna check it out. Make sure things are spelled correctly. Right. That looks nice. Alright. Go ahead and open the Astrox Imperium game. this track. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and continue. That is now my character. Oh my goodness, I'm a zombie now. Alright, neat. Sweet deal. I actually kind of like that portrait a lot. As far as zombies, I'm getting into a little bit of shipbuilder, and I'm getting into trying to add some custom bad guys. I like the amount of ships the game has, but I could use a couple more bad guys to shoot at. I like having a big variety, and there's a big variety of ships already in the game, but I'm kind of getting into it. You know, I want to add different little sub factions of bad guys and stuff like that. That's what I want to mod a little bit more of. So yeah, player screen. I didn't know this for the longest time. You could click on the portrait and change that. I don't know if that was a recent addition or if I just was oblivious to it forever. So I spent about like 200-300, maybe 400 hours not knowing that, and making a different pilot for every portrait. But yeah, the mod seems to be working. Yeah, like we typed everything correctly, so it's gonna read those PNGs instead of the original ones that we replaced. I mean, yeah, the original ones, because they've been replaced now. So now these are our female portraits. We got a couple of zombies, some of the custom ones I made, and then we got the default game ones. If I had an example of those ones that I edited out, I'm probably eventually gonna get that retoucher subscription. That's far more useful than the art breeder subscription as far as these portraits are concerned. Alright, yeah, that's her. That's Clipper. Yep. Clipper right here.